Zalete, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. We always ask ourselves these simple questions. Even though to us they are simple because looking at the surface, we don't need to be going through that. Why is Africa like this? How did we get here? And how do we get out? Today the answer is right here. The root of Africans' problem. I came across this video and I said, let me share it with you. And this man outlined two main things that has been the problem of Africa. Yes, the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have been talking about these things. And those in the democratic elected claim because they are military led. You know how they refer to them, juntas. But the man said, foreign aid is one of the problems. Political influence is one of the problems. So when the leaders, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso came, I remember when Captain Ibrahim Traoré, all in all, the savior, visited Russia for the first time, he said, next year, if we are to come back to Russia again, we should also come giving, not to be receiving. But our leaders today make it look as if Africa is poor. They sing the songs of our poverty. Whenever something comes up in the world, the first people they think about is how Africa is going to survive. Without this, without that, we need this, we need that. People must come and help us. We saw even the recent conflict in the Middle East. The way African Union and all African leaders started coming. Some were saying they have only 9 days of fuel left, started crying to the whole world. So it means that when anything happens, it is the African that will suffer. By the end of the day, did we suffer? Or the ones who believe that they have everything? Political influence, whereby today the African believes they queue, elect their leaders. You don't vote for nobody. Those of you who watch my videos or were with me last year on YouTube, we saw the former CIA boss saying that even the leaders that we have, they decide who leads us. If you don't accept them, they will turn your country into chaos. They will make sure you never govern yourself. So even the people we claim we elected are given to us.
The chairman, the secretary to the conference, distinguished delegates, I will be very brief. There will be no padding. I wish to thank the President for this opportunity for re-engineering the country. I wish to go straight to say that the problem we have in this country is because we have suffering from mental slavery. Over 300 years ago, our parents sold our brothers and sisters into slavery. 300 years later, we are not different. We are still selling ourselves into slavery. There is no originality in this country. This is the root of the problem we have. Those days, the price for the slaves were trinkets, beads, gunpowder, gin, thank you very much, and so on. The price today is foreign aids. The price today is political influence. The problem we have is not of our own making. And unless we address those issues, our collusion with the colonial masters is going to cause us more problems. If we look all around, look at the ceiling, there is nothing that is new, nothing indigenous in this hall. The country itself is not indigenous. Even the coup, we are blaming the military. Even the coup that we have is not of our own making. I believe there is the author of one of the books I have read in this conference who stated that the idea of a coup was first suggested in one of the military conferences they attended in America. I will go straight to read, with your permission, Mr. Chairman, what the respected Alhaji Shehu Shagari has put in his book. And I ask every member here to get that book because I know most members here have the book written by Clinton, but they have not put the book, they have not brought the book written by Haji Shehu Shagari. And I'm going to quote what she has written. Quote, I was particularly struck by a conversation I had with a Greek professor attached to an international agency in Geneva. He told me his opinion of why West Europeans were supporting the rebellion against Nigeria. It was, he said, common among Westerners to sympathize with the underdog in any dispute, which in this case happens to be the Eastern Igbo. But what was even more important to the West was that Nigeria was a potential rival power in Africa, a force which had to be checked before it becomes a threat to Western European interests on the continent. The Biafran challenge, accordingly, provided a suitable opportunity to trim Nigeria's growing wings. He said that according to certain estimates, Nigeria was sitting on a keg of oil, which, given a suitable condition, would make it so rich in just 10 years, that is by 1978, that Nigeria would not require any aid from Europe. Indeed, Nigeria would be in a position to assist other African countries, especially the poorer ones, and thus undermine an important basis on which European influence was exercised over them. I underline that. He did not therefore think that Europe would stand idly by and watch Nigeria become to Africa what the United Nations had become to Western Europe. The rebel enclave, on the other hand, could be encouraged to become a rich but small and manageable African country, which would still be dependent on the West, just as some small oil-rich Arab countries have been. Finally, he assured me that whatever happened in the future, the West would never allow Nigeria to develop to a position where its wealth and power would threaten West European interests in Africa. Mr. Chairman, I don't need any comment. Thank you very much.
People influence us politically. If you don't do this, we are doing this, we are cutting aid, we are giving you sanctions. We are being forced to do things that are not of us. How can you tell us if a man, woman no agree? This is what is going to happen. Yet, they can't go to any place to impose that, but it's always in Africa. Political influence is what is keeping us backwards as a people. Like he said, look in the room, nothing is African. Today, we are brainwashed to believe that if you even eat your African food, you're a backward person. You know how we have this, you don't know what's up. You understand? Because you are so primitive. You are brainwashed. You are mentally enslaved. Like he said, mentally, the African is still a slave. That is why we believe that everything from any other person is better than what we have. But people love, they cherish, they adore everything African. You don't even know that the whole world, when they talk about human beings, you, the black person, you are the most beautiful. You are the most amazing person. It is not by chance that we have the dark skin. Go and ask. People are even paying so that they can have children with you, the black woman. We are the most amazing species on earth. Besides that, we're the first people to live on this earth. Any other person, like Museveni, the president of Uganda, rightful told them, how do we sit here for people to come and then control us when they all came out of Africans? Those who know the history admit that they are all from Africa. Humanity began in Africa. So, Be proud of who you are. Until we start accepting ourselves, we can never match up to the rest of the world. Chinese are so excited of who they are. They worship their God. They don't care. Go to India. You watch Indian movies and you are so excited watching the things. Yet when it comes to you, you say, Jeffrey, pagans, other worshippers, unbelievers. You see the terms you use to describe us. But until the day you, the African, will accept who you are, you continue to be anything at all on this earth, that anybody at all will use you the way they want. See, among human beings on earth, it is you, the African, who is washing everything you away. And when you finish and you move out, you want people to respect you. Are you serious as a people? Nobody will respect us as African people until we start accepting ourselves. Like one time, allegedly, the Chinese president, Xi, said, the Africans, Europeans brought them their education, they brought them their God, and we even believe that we are more religious than the same people who brought their gods to us, who brought their education to us. We even see them to be unbelievers. You see how far the African thinks he knows best. And as we are busy thinking about heaven, the goal that is there, they are busy taking the one that is here. What is wrong with you? That was why Bob Marley sang that song, Emancipate Yourself from Mental Slavery. He didn't sing that song for us to dance with it because, like they said, we are good at merrymaking and singing and dancing. There is a disease that is worrying you and I. And that is mental slavery. Because the chains are out of the physical body. We think that we are free. And when they finish, they gave you democracy. And told you that you are the ones who do elect your president for the we are wake up. If it is so, why is it that each time we are electing our presidents, they are always in our midst? They must always give their judgment before any person can be elected or can be declared the winner. And our leaders must always answer to them. And if they don't do what they want, you see what is happening in Mali? Like the first lady of Sierra Leone rightfully said, they will turn your country into chaos. The day you rise up to do the right thing, use the resources for your own people. And to the first lady of Sierra Leone, the big balls will show up. Why? If you are independent people, why will you decide that your resources must be used to benefit your people and a big boss will rise up and put your country into chaos and make it ungovernable? Life is not all about what they are feeding us. It's not about Chelsea. It's not about Man U. It's not about Brazilian. It's not about iPhone. It's about Africans becoming aware of themselves. And we're fighting together to set ourselves free. Unity is the only thing that will give us the freedom. China 40 years ago was like Africa. Those of us who don't do. Chinese leaders were deciding as to how to move their country forward with our leaders those days who were fighting for liberation. And today, look at China. Still look at you because of this political influence. Because our leaders believe that the African cannot do anything without foreign aid. We are giving them aid. If you don't know, this their peanut is not what is changing Africa. Nobody's giving us aid. We are the ones giving them aid. That's why they can never live without Africa. The day you, the African, regain your consciousness and believe that there is nothing in Europe, there is nothing in America, and you stay back in Africa, saying I want to learn how to mine my gold, my uranium, my diamond, that day, the West will collapse. So they have to keep singing your poverty to you. That was why the president of Mali said, the people telling us that we are poor are the ones that are poor, not you. And the time has come for us to wake up. This is information age. Don't let anyone deceive you anymore. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa and in